Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and welcome back if you're already a subscriber. Today, we are going to be going through my pocket pages for week 6 of 2022. So just as a precursor, my sinuses are so bad right now. So if I sound a little strange or sniffly or anything or congested, it's because I am. Hopefully it will get better because there's some torrential rain today. So I'm hoping that helps, along with some nice, lovely Sudafed. So, yeah, I apologize for that. But today we have got, I think it comes out to be 3 spreads. Yeah. So that's also a question I have for you guys really quick. Do you guys like that all of the pocket pages are in one kind of longer video and then that the 12 by 12s are separated? I definitely want to keep them separated. I guess my question is, would you guys like shorter one spread videos or just one long, this is all of week 6? Just curious what everybody's thinking. I really like this structure because it allows me to give you guys more content in one video, but that's just me personally. So I was just curious about that. So I am going to just kind of get started with some product stuff. So I really dove into my February kit, my stash kit that I made, and I will link that video down below in the description. I really smashed the bejesus out of this one. And I was so jazzed about that actually. Because a lot of the cards the card that I did the title, the week 6 part, and the My Girl, the Love You, the card I'm writing on now, and I think the date card that I end up getting rid of. I was going to do a currently list on that. Oh, I didn't get rid of it. Where did it go though? I'm staring. Oh, I see where it goes. Okay, sorry. I do try to keep my layout in front of me so that I don't stare at the screen while I'm talking, but I'm more focused on looking at the actual product and the end result too, kind of comparing. But anyways, so there's no currently list on this one because I had kind of mixed up some weeks and I think I missed it. But I was really excited to get through the stash kit. The products that I just talked about are all from the stash kit, but the ones, everything except for that pink and white date card that's over there by the cupcake, all of them are actually from an older Project Life. I don't remember the name of it, but it was a Valentine's themed kit and I've hung on to it. I think I've legit had that probably since 2015 or something like that, but I absolutely was this has got to go. It's so pretty and I love it, but it's definitely pink and teal and all the Valentine's goodness. So I really wanted to test myself to smash through it. And throughout this entire week 6, I pulled from that particular color palette until I exhausted it, basically. So I was super jazzed about that. The week 6 thicker type stickers that I used at the top are from the Hustle and Heart kit with Citrus Twist. It's no longer available, but I think the alphas still are because I was looking at them last night and thinking about ordering a second set because I kind of like them. But obviously they pulled out that blue and I really wanted, I'm very OCD, so I really wanted to be able to pull that through. The chipboard pieces that I end up using are from Citrus Twist as well. I really like that they're a matte chipboard as opposed to kind of some of the more mainstream Maggie Holmes and American Craft Style, which does tend to have that glossy to them. I really like the matte. I've got a little cart built up to get some refills of them, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do that or not. I'm hoping to do a craft no spin in April. I went really heavy on some planner purchases and some, I bought all my Week in the Life stuff as well. So definitely need to throttle back a little bit, recoup, and just go from there. I am really struggling. I'm not one of those people that necessarily eats my feelings. I definitely shop my feelings. If I'm going through something, I just really go all in and try to make this stuff kind of fill the void. I don't know if anybody else is the same, but I get like FOMO really bad with it as well. So it's a big hole to dig myself out of. And I'm really trying to shift my mind this April and May to being more conscious of that and trying to save more and realize that the things that I'm saving for are more important than the chipboard and stickers right now. So playing that trick on myself a little bit. So let me know if you ride that struggle bus too. But I really do enjoy Citrus Twist products. If you're looking for some really great items like the chipboard and the little word stickers, I think that they've got great colors and great phrases. And I do like that you can purchase them outside of a kit, that you don't really have to be married to the whole kit. I know tiny words come in a lot of kits, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit. Of course, I had to use my glitter star or heart option, and so I went with this really pretty kind of magenta pink to fleckle about. So I put them on the My Girl and the Love You card. I did even throw in a snap photo flip. I've been really enjoying those lately. I feel like it gives you just that little extra inch of room that you need, where you don't need to start a whole new spread, but you're trying to finish that thought. If you're new to the channel, then just kind of as a little generalization, I do try to do one spread that kind of covers Monday through Wednesday, Thursday. Usually it's Monday through Thursday, and then another spread that takes care of the weekend. If I had a bigger weekend affair, then it can sometimes take up 2 spreads. I know in week 5, oh my God, how many did I end up doing? I think we had a barbecue, and I think it turned into 2 pocket page spreads and 2 12x12s just about the barbecue and having everybody out to the house. So I'm not very particular, and I'm not very strict about, okay, one layout, 1 week. I don't like putting myself in those constraints because I'll get really upset not being able to have those memories that I hold important to me. So now we'll talk a little bit about the spread itself. So my cat, oh my God, I love her, but she is obsessed with this little pencil pouch that I have from Target. And I think it's because there's like rubber bands in it, and she loves hair ties, rubber bands, big, small. She does not discriminate. She's obsessed. She even likes those little things that come along the wallflowers from Bath and Body Works, that tell you what scent it is. Oh my God, she'll toss those about the apartment like it's a toy. It's insane to me. But she's been trying to stick her whole head in this bag every time I turn around. So if the bag is out, she is trying to get in it, stick her whole head in it, ferret in it. I don't know what she's after, but it's a constant struggle. The other cat at the bottom of the spread is Piglet. He is one of the cats at my mom's job, and he's been there for quite some time. They have Piglet and Minka, and Piglet is just, he's indoor-outdoor. He is hilarious. He's absolutely freaking hilarious. And, very much like my cat. So we always say that like Piglet would be a good provider for her. In other news, I finally went to an apartment event. So my apartment holds events in the clubhouse all the time, which is super nice of them, but I just never feel like I can go and participate. Something always happens, and it just so happened that it was National Pizza Day. They were having pizza, and there was wine. So I decided to go down there for a little bit. And then Jeff came over, and we went out for pizza at this new place. I put in the notes, I really need to participate more on the card that is underneath Dylan turns 2, where I took a picture of the wine and the cupcakes. Because I really just don't participate as much as I'd like to with the apartment, and it's really hard to find adult friends. And I feel like we all feel that even more now in like the COVID universe. But essentially, it's just really hilarious to me that I just don't get out that much, and the events are literally like right next door. So it seems silly that I don't go more. We'll get into the spread that I'm working on in a minute, but we went out and we were watching the Winter Olympics on TV and tried out a new pizza place. It's okay. And then by Thursday, I was just, honestly, like, Wednesday and Thursday were really hard. I was just, like, in a negative headspace, and I kind of had this conversation with my boyfriend about how, when I'm in a bad headspace, it's not necessarily like that I'm mad at him or anything like that. I'm internalizing and I'm very self-deprecating in my head, and that affects my mood with him. And because I'm struggling mentally with whatever, I'm self-deprecating about, it can be really hard for me to just like go out and people. And it just so happened Wednesday, like, the apartment thing was okay. It was rough. I was really exhausted. And then we went to the restaurant and it just like spiraled out of control because of just my internal mental headspace and just the way that I feel about just like my body and myself and where I'm at. It was just not a good night. And it was nothing that he did. It was just one of those things where it was just, I shouldn't be out in public. So I really just kind of wanted to document that. Along with the fact that I am currently in love with Hidden Valley Ranch pasta salad, which is really bizarre, and I'm going through a phase. And then my third thing of my Thursday 3 that week was that I had finished all of the week 3 workflow, which means that I had done my spreads, I had filmed them, I had edited them, they were up, everything was good. So moving on to this beautiful spread. So the first thing I want to talk about is the Hot Betty's biscuit. Number 1, it was freaking huge. Number 2, I actually, like, I know you guys saw it on screen, but I cut out the Hot Betty's logo from the little coffee cover. And so that's just, I come from a scrapbooking or a smash booking background before this. Before I got into project life, I always was collecting things, business cards, pamphlets, things like that to use as my memory thing, or postcards, like cheap or free ways to remember events, trips, places that I had been. And so I am very overly aware of like your everyday ephemera, if that makes sense. So I grabbed that and then knew immediately that I was going to use it for something. I thought about using it as a pocket originally, but I really, really liked the idea of using it as an ephemera piece, and that turned out really, really well. So I'm pleased with that, and just giving you guys permission to be weird about what you collect, because you can always scrapbook it and use it as real-time ephemera. Another one of those things is that Bellina Elementary. I don't know how to say that. I am not Italian, and I probably just butchered the hell out of it, but it is what it is. It is this little piece of paper, and I've used them before, or I've kept them before. I don't know that I've ever used them in a spread before, but I keep them every single time. It's basically this little piece of paper that they put underneath the side of sauce that I ask for, and most of the time it is unscathed and I can keep it, and I do. So I just turned it into a 3x4 card because it was like the perfect size. So I cut it down. So those are my 2 examples of just collect the stuff around you. You'd be surprised as to how much that you can use in your scrapbooking that's around you to document those fun everyday moments. So the flag cards are from that same set I was talking about with Project Life. The Happy Girls Are the Prettiest Girls, which is one of my favorite cards, and the This Is Happiness Right Here, along with Captured, all came from a Paisley Press kit. I think it's called Happiness or something like that. I'll see if I can look it up and put that in there. I printed those to use in my Day in the Life kit. So, and that list is under that video itself as well. So if you want to check out some of my recent printable finds, that's where to get them. The AM scenes are from that purchase haul as well, which I got the Ryzen set. And I love the script. I just love Paisley Press. I think the cards are beautiful and they're just clean and they're inspiring and I love them. So this day, so this was Friday, my Friday off, I think. Was I off that Friday? I don't think so. I think I just went to breakfast with Jeff at Hot Betty's, and I'm really excited because I think I'm going to go tomorrow morning on my actual day off, and I'm also going to IKEA, so I'm really pumped about that. But we went to Hot Betty's, and then I just had like a really chill rest of the day, but I came home and Banks was like peering over this mountain of covers, and she looked so precious, like the whole you can't see me thing. She's definitely not a morning person. Definitely not. 100% not. She would stay in bed, curled up all day if I let her. And some days I do. And I go in there and I play with her little feet and let her go back to sleep. But I was going to put morning vibes on that card. And then I decided that it would look better if I put it on the flag card. And then I had that TGIF sticker on it. So I thought that was a really cute way. I think this turned out to be like my favorite spread of all of the three. And I'm really kind of bummed because I really did crush the crap out of that alpha sheet, which is in the Hustle and Heart kit that's sold out now from Citrus Twist, and you can't buy these alphas separately. So super bummer on that I'm really kind of gonna be at the mercy of what I have left now because I crushed it so hard. I think I no longer have like O's, and something else. I like ran out of a bunch of stuff, which really sucked. But I'm glad I'm using it in the same avenue. Like it's okay. I'm really just trying to endeavor to use more of my stash as well, and restocking as I can. I did put a little photo flip in with this as well. I'm going to throw it over that bottom left photo, and it'll be the happy girls are the prettiest girls quote from Audrey Hepburn. And then you'll flip it up and I'll have this list of what I love about you, all the things that I love about Angie. She's just so sweet. She's 21 and I'm 31, so there's a 10-year gap. But I just love her youth and her outlook on life at 21. And she's very intelligent and she's very advanced. And she has a lot of self-awareness. She's just a really cool human. And then on top of that, there will be moments where I do realize she's only 21. And I think that it's a really interesting juxtapose. And we just get along really well. And it was just nice to have lunch with her. And it was very funny because I had like a full day. I needed to go to Ponce to pick up my Valentine's donuts that I had pre-ordered. So I needed to go pick them up. I did my taxes that morning before I had even left, which was freaking awesome because I found out I didn't owe taxes. Oh my God. So I did write out good news today. And I love that circle chipboard piece because it kind of goes with all the circles that I used. But essentially I was so busy. So I did my taxes, I picked up the donuts, went to lunch with Angie, and she showed up late and hungover, which was hilarious. And then from there, I had to drive all the way to Newbern, which is like Newborn. Sorry, I didn't enunciate that very well. But I had to drive all the way out there, and it's like another hour and a half-ish. It was like an hour and change away. So it was a lot of driving. And then Jeff and I were going to cook and eat and do surf and turf. And so I basically ate all day is what happened. It was absurd, but I was having this like super busy day. And then here she comes like rolling in looking hot mess. She looked gorgeous anyway. And then, I dropped her off at her apartment and then, headed out for the rest of my errands. But it was just funny. And it reminds me of like that we're different places in our life sometimes, even though we're super connected. It was super cute. So I did enjoy using a couple of my little phrase stickers from Citrus Twist. That's where I do honestly get most of them. The Yep and the Not a Morning Person came out of the digital printables that I did for Day in the Life. It's the morning kit that you can't buy it right now. I don't understand it's frustrating. So there are digital kit releases that happen, so you've got to keep your eyes open. I would suggest joining like a mailing list for Allie Edwards if you want to get your hands on some of this stuff. But I had been really wanting the physical kits, and I was worried that that wasn't going to happen. So I bought the digital kits going into Day in the Life, and I will certainly print stock and get them ready for Week in the Life. I will have a separate video for that, by the way. I did order my products. I'm waiting for them to get here. I'm going to rebuild the kit back up from Week in the Life. I'm going to actually use it to document Week in the Life too in between now and then. So lots to come on that. Please let me know if you participated in Day in the Life and if you are planning on doing Week in the Life. I'd love to know. I love these little stickers because they said favorite spot and girl power. You can't see that. Well, you'll see it at the end when I do like the slow flip, but it is what it is. Oh, I'm sorry. I hit the camera. Yikes. But yeah, this was definitely one of my favorite spreads that I did. I just like how all the colors turned out. I liked how bright and fun it was. And I was actually the most nervous about it just because I was struggling with that really, really bright blue in the taxes screenshot and in the Pont City market. Some other fun things that I did get to use, the breakfast date, the TGIF, and the happy day. And then there's even like a lunch date sticker on that bottom left photo. If you look really close in that upper left-hand corner, you'll see it. But yeah, essentially, that is all there. And those are from the Happy Planner Basics book that no longer exists. The mini exists, but I don't know that those stickers are in there. So I was really happy to crush those out of the kit or out of my stash too, because I've been hanging on to them for a while and they don't always work on all photos because they're like that transparent, clear. I definitely tend to gravitate towards more cardstock with Project Life, because it's just easier to use. And that's just kind of in all things when they have that sheerness that it's kind of difficult to use them. But I'll go ahead and start chatting a little bit about this last spread before we get into it, because I'm sure it's going to start here soon. But in other news as well, I am back to a 2 video a week rotation right now, and I'm hoping to add more. This is the last spread, by the way, that's starting. I'm hoping to add more probably in May and talk more about doing weekly planning videos as well, because I've just got this idea in my head. So we may sacrifice, I don't know. I still feel like I'll do a full flip and a full plan. I don't know. But I think that I'm going to see more planning videos come out too once I have the time to devote to that. So we'll see what happens, just as a fun random thing and something for you guys to comment on down below as well. So this is the last spread for week 6. This is documenting our Valentines. So Valentine's was on Monday, but we never really celebrate on the actual day. We just don't. And we kind of do our own thing. So we made a charcuterie board. And I was super mad because I had this really cool flavored popcorn from Canada from a company called Eatable. And no, it's not edible, like not edibles like that. It is edible. It's just really cool popcorn, and they are alcohol infused. So there's one with tequila, there's one with champagne, there's one with whiskey. And I thought that would be really cool for the board, and I walked out and forgot them. So I was really bummed about that. But it was still a pretty board nonetheless. And then I did another one for my birthday weekend that I'll show you that was even cooler. And we ended up not putting the popcorn on it either, just because it was so full with other stuff. But it was still really cool. The Anatomy of a Cheese Board card is from Paper Person. I'm freaking obsessed with all the anatomy of cards she has. I'm hoping she does a pizza and a pasta at some point for me. The Be Mine card that has the dog holding the Be Mine and then all the hearts. So the heart card, the February the 14th card, and the card on, the backside of that card are all from that Project Life Valentine's kit that I'm trying to crush. The Valentine's Day, the February favorites, and the loved all came from my stash. The really cute card that's got all the like little owls holding the envelopes are from, I actually made it. I just took a white piece of 3x4 cardstock. The corners were already rounded because it's like a pack that I bought from Project Life ages ago, back when they would just sell that. And I still have a ton of them, to be honest, like both 4x6 and 3x4. So yeah, had that card, and I just did like a stamp pattern with the owl stamp from Social Paper Plan, and that little card was also included in the package, and I do love keeping those. I really, really do. I get them from Citrus Twist. I got them from this company. Basically, if I get them, I'm going to put them in there because I think that those are such a nice touch, and it also lets me know without having to do a whole lot of journaling, oh, that's when my Social Paper Plan purchase came. Oh, that's when I got Citrus Twist. I think I have one from Citrus Twist like early in the year too. The loved card came from the Maggie Holmes Project Life, like massive box set. I have so many of those box sets. It's not even normal. One of these days I'm going to de-stash. I have a stick stuck in my car. I'm going to have to go out and pull that out when I'm done with this video. Sorry, I'm looking at my car as I do this voiceover, and I didn't realize there was a stick like kind of stuck. Anyways, so that's really it for product, I think. So those hearts that I'm playing with are from Studio Calico. A lot of this stuff is from my stash kit. The word phrase stickers I use are from Allie Edwards. All of the stars I made out of a rose gold glitter sheet. All of the like enamel, are they enamel? Yeah, they're enamel hearts. All of the enamel hearts are actually from like just a pack I picked up at Target, and usually you can get them around Valentine, so keep your eyes peeled. I think I have like 3 packages of them now, and they all come with 2 sheets, so I'll never run out of them, I think. The With Love and XOXO are from an old Studio Calico set. The little stars, so that rose gold star, the pink star, and that... have I used it? Oh, that blue heart that's with the heart cookie. I'm going to move it towards the end and put it on that Valentine's card, actually. Those are from an old Studio Calico set. And this heart that you can see underneath the food photo down in that bottom right-hand corner with the rose gold I'm going to end up kind of turning that stamped background head wig kind of card into just like a filler card by the end. I think that's it as far as product goes that I'm looking. I think so. I did use some blue stars as well. Like I had some blue stars cut out, and I liked that little pop of blue. I was really happy with how I had laid out these photos, but I think this is probably my least, I don't know. It's probably my middle favorite. I think the one I did right before is definitely my favorite of the week's spreads of how it turned out with colors and everything. This one's okay, but it's not my favorite. So as I was saying, we celebrate Valentine's Day a little off grid, and we did surf and turf. This is our 4th? I think I determined this. 18, 20, 21, 22. Yeah. So this is our 4th Valentine's together. And we just always have done dinner at home. We don't go out. I brought him some beer and beef jerky, like some fancy beef jerky, and he cooked dinner. I brought the donuts and helped cook. I brought charcuterie board stuff. He bought me a TV, quote unquote. It was a good Valentine's. We just don't really get into the commercialization of it all. We just try to like kind of just do all of our favorite things that we love doing together. That's really what it's about for us, is just kind of license to go a little over the top and purchase like, I guess, more more special. That's not the right word. Just special things. So there's that. So I love the Five Daughters specialty boxes, and I was really excited that they did a Valentine's one. So that's what the picture is. And I use, like I said, I'm a huge firm believer in using what ephemera you have. So I cut out the explanation of what donuts were in there and put it on the front of that card, and then you flip it, and behind it is the donuts themselves. Then the sugar cookie, which you can't really see very well because of the lighting, but I love their sugar cookies. They are just genuinely one of my favorite things that they sell. And I didn't really know about them until I got the specialty box back in December. And so I was so excited that I found out that they have them all the time, and they have them huge. So that's a really big cookie. I think I ate on it like 4 different times. Like I just break off a chunk. There, you can see it a little bit better now. But the point being, super good. Definitely one of my favorite things. So it went on my favorite list along with the pulled pork that we got, which is in that bottom right-hand corner, that I absolutely was so excited to see some of our old neighbors from Lake Lucerne. Jeff sold the house back in October. And so we've seen that crowd like once. And our neighbors were just fantastic there. I say our, but it was his house. But I was there so much, it felt like they were our neighbors. But they were just super great. And it was just so nice to see Bob and Emily. Well, Emily wasn't with him, but Emily is like Luna Lovegood and all things in that genre. And she's a super Harry Potter fan and Hocus Pocus fan like me. So I love seeing her, but I didn't get to this time. But I did get to see her husband, Bob, and pick up the pork. And so we definitely got to enjoy the pulled pork sandwiches and kind of all of those fixings on Sunday night. So it was a super simple weekend. It was really full, but it was full of lots of lovely things and delicious things. So that being said, I'm going to wrap up the chattiness, and I'm going to let you guys listen to some lovely music. Please let me know what your thoughts are regarding more planning videos and having that. I'd love to know if you did day in the life or are planning to do week in the life. I hope everyone had a lovely February. I know these are going out like in April. It's so crazy. And I am going to try to catch up some more once I am done with series, which I haven't booked my new test yet. You have to wait 30 days to retest. So we're trying to find a good time frame with my job where it makes sense to do that. But we're looking at the end of April for that to happen. And I'm trying to film as much content ahead of time and get those descriptions done so that we don't have a gap like we did this last time. But thank you guys again for your patience through that. I know having a consistent schedule is really important to subscribers, and I really appreciate you guys not completely jumping down my throat to take a week off. But thanks so much. I hope you all are doing well, and I look forward to the next video, which is going to be the 12 by 12 of this week. Sorry about that. I was trying not to cough. I was trying to wrap it up before I coughed. But I hope you guys enjoyed the music and the slow flip. And if you have any questions, post them down below. Thank you guys so much and have a wonderful day. Mwah.